Good morning, Suzanne Joy.
Good morning, Deborah, LeeAnn. Hmm.
Yeah, so we're going to tune in, and thank you to those who are tuning in. And I'm not sure where and how this will progress, but I do have a topic if you'd be interested.
Let,
Depth.
let's explore.
Okay.
Because you
Depth.
know what?
What?
It's official.
You're
You're
on.
on. Yeah, that's why.
Great mug. Isn't that from? Yeah, Ohio. Anyway, so did you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So what you and I have been exploring for quite a while now is being with all of it, the heaviness, the exhaustion, the emotional waves, the intensity, um, and what we might do to skim across the top, like where are our numbing, which is actually a healthy thing to do because we can only do our bodies are not designed to yet to process all of this as much as quickly as it's coming through. Because there's light codes coming through too. I mean, there's all kinds of support and beauty coming through.
Yeah, there are.
I love that. I know I was going to ask you, do you have a laundry line again? But I see it's light.
Yeah, it's light.
So, so depth is can we dive down and we can't stay down there forever. I mean, we're not yet designed to breathe in the depths yet. Can we are can we have the courage and the compassion and the the to me it's almost like we prepared for this for lifetimes. So it's our mission right now to to ground in all of this that's moving through, all of this that's leaving, and all of the new that's coming in. And it does feel like we're in the deep water without a paddle very often.
Oxygen tank, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, I forgot my scuba gear. So and I think the other piece of this is that can we find the fun in the middle of it? Can we find the pleasure? Can we find some playful moments? Can we find beauty? This morning, the way the sunrise was, it was hitting the light. The light was coming, at that beautiful angle towards the homes across the street, and that white stucco house that's across the street was just like lit up pinky orange. I was like, oh, it was, and I, like it's moments like that that I think, okay, yeah, in the middle of all of this, I don't know what they're experiencing in Tehran or in the various places in the Ukraine but but I do know that the Ukrainians have not given up their plays and their theater and their art, and their artists are busy working more than ever to hold the spirit for everyone, to help them keep the faith or whatever. So what are our touchstones? Um, I guess you're one of mine.
Hmm.
And I think community, like having people that we can hold hands and go, okay, jumping in.
All right. Well, and two, I think that I'm returning back. It's funny because I think I've alluded to this in other sessions. There was a time in my life, actually a few times in my life, and I think my mom was trying to prepare me for something like this because she knows I'm super sensitive, right? So, um, how can I emotionally self-soothe? How am I able to hold myself when things are I feel so many things.
A lot of us highly sensitive folks are really
And
having a hard time right now. You
and
are,
I and I understand that she did that. Um, at the time, I remember feeling like it was a punishment. But developing this relationship that we have with ourselves is key. This is the balancing of the divine feminine and the divine masculine within us. It's coming back and revering and honoring this relationship that we have to then create something new with. But we don't come from creation, we don't go create something in the chaos. We create it from a grounded, loving, yummy, lit up inside experience.
It's an inside job. Um, what comes to mind, and I tend to, anybody who's known me for the last 15, 20 years knows that I use a lot of gardening references to teach different concepts or to explain myself when I don't have all the right words. And one of the things that we're playing with right now is amending the soil, nourishing the soil, um, adding different nutrients and components to break up clay, to add, if there's too much, we just had some trees removed. And so that bark mulch can be very toxic for some things. So how do you add the other nutrients, the leaf mold and so forth, to it to make it break down and get the nutrients from it? Um, and that's what I feel like the divine feminine is blanketing the Christ consciousness. I talked about that last time about Patricia Cota Robles talking about that. The Christ consciousness is descending now and into each and every human on this planet. And we get to allow that feminine essence of love and lovingness to just blanket the earth and just prepare the earth. The divine masculine will follow, but they can't lead. We are the leaders. I'm sorry. We're, let's say, the divine feminine essence is the leader. And then once that soil has been prepared, the earth has been prepared, then the divine masculine can come and plant the seeds. But you don't just go throw seeds onto cement, because that's exactly what we're dealing with right now. And I think we need to speak to some of the ugliness that's out there, because we also are turning that over into the soil to have it be part of the compost. What can we learn about this last 100 years of technology and its role in our lives? What can we learn? How can we integrate the nationalism versus globalism kind of concepts? How can we bring forth our brilliant intellectual prowess based in, what do you want to call it? Like, the Christ consciousness.
Love, yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
Simple love.
Well, and everyone talks about how impossible that is, but until you really sit with yourself and know what you're capable of, only then will you feel it and see it.
And sometimes it's a leap of faith, because
But
I don't know always that I remember that I'm capable.
yeah,
Sometimes I need to trust. Oh, there's that word. Um, Trust that, and I can almost hear the little kindness saying, got this.
I, every day. And for me, I have to be honest because I was looking at how I was brought up, and there was very specific roles in my family. I mean, even with my ex-husband, um, you know, marriages that were over 45, 50 years old, there was this expectation of this role and this role, um and I realized that I think even though I felt very independent and um, all of myself, um, joining in a new relationship with Andrew, there were still telltale signs that I was healing that wound of this, and
The,
not
the old paradigm of
the
what
old
marriage
paradigm.
is like. Mhm.
Yeah, this feeling of, I don't know how to describe it right now.
And you don't need to. I mean, there's
Just
no
I,
answers
I,
needed.
I
But
just
you're
spent
in the process of
rewiring
rewriting.
what
Yeah.
it means to be in partnership. Um, I just know that it's like healing that old wound of um, codependency. I guess I don't know.
And it's cultural expectations, it's lineage expectations, it's what historically we've been taught as women is what you do when you enter into a sacred partnership of marriage. And we weren't taught what is working now, and so we're in the process of recreating that, and it's kind of messy. Um,
It's like
the
what
gene key this week is 42, so it's expectation.
oh,
I thought I'd introduce that
that's funny.
to detachment
Right,
till you get to celebration,
right.
right?
Because you know, when I felt my lightest is when I would just take a day and I would feel into the energy of the day and I would just follow the flow of the day without any other buddy's expectation of me, or I'm following my feminine flow, what lights my sacral up, what's like, yes. And then I realized I was getting to a point where in relationship, I was forgetting her.
and you stop doing that flow.
Yeah. Like my magic, that part, some parts of me became quiet.
Well, it's because, and this is this is what I believe we are healing as the old feminine wounding is that we have to give
Mm.
love to be in love or in a relationship, whether it's children, partner, parents.
Or to be
Don't
accepted.
love, we give, and then this becomes a shell because we have emptied without regenerating. So now we're learning to hold that pole of this is me, this is me, this is my sacred space all around me, and imagining, all of those different dimensions of ourselves. And when I'm filled with love for me, it automatically flows out. But we're not giving it away. We're not leaking
Right.
it away. We're not.
And I think that's huge because I'm finding, what's the word? It's like as I've kind of I've pulled back from society and my friends and my partner. I mean, not that I don't talk to him, but taking this quiet time of reflection and introspection. The thing I'm realizing is this is a muscle in which we get to build emotional integrity.
Beautiful emotional integrity.
It's being responsible for our feelings and owning them and experiencing them in healthy ways.
Yeah. I
It's
think
not it's not
I was taught, just get over that.
right or stuff it or whatever.
Yeah. That you don't have to act that out. Just, be a good girl. And
Oh God. Oh God. Yes.
and
And
what does that good girl mean? And so now
oh,
I'm defining what can I be to be a sovereign, whole, healthy pillar of loving essence? What would that look like?
right.
And that was the question in the Gene Key pulse of the week was like, what would it feel like if your body felt no fear?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my God. I mean, if we just loved for the pure
Oh,
pleasure of being
oh,
love, of loving self, of loving another. And I know love is for some of my friends, they go, you use that word a lot. I don't understand because they think of it in terms of it's got to look like this. And I go, no, love is what you care for your potted plants when you water them. Love is
right,
when you
right.
cook
Yeah,
your meal and you imbibe that amazing deliciousness. Love is
yeah.
it's an operating system.
I was okay. I did watch this show called Love on the Spectrum. It's a Netflix show, if anybody has watched this. And what I absolutely loved about this show is looking at the perspective through a childlikeness, like the innocence, experiencing love in a way that is so it makes me cry. So pure,
Sure.
so
Yeah.
so pure. And I think, where have we as humans have forgotten our humanity? Whew, that we can't treat each other with kindness and recognize that we're all humans trying to get through this, and we all have our own timing. This is the thing I realize. I'm like, are we there yet? But honestly, honestly, I was
And
reflecting.
we're never, and just to answer that, no, we're never there.
No, I know.
Never there because we're here.
Right. Um, but it's always like, are we at the destination? No, honey, it's the journey. So um, I I guess my point is that, can the true metal is, can we return non-love with love
Yeah.
and healthy boundaries?
Yeah.
Can we hold integrity of who we are without collapsing?
Yes.
Can we be present to all of it and know when to move, when we're called to move, not on somebody else's timing, not out of reaction, but out of conscious choosing
Absolutely.
in a healthy way,
Yeah.
in a loving, heart-centered way.
And and I'm going to use this moment right now as an invitation, and I'm not going to collect any affiliate money from this, but I just want to put the invitation out there. The Venus retreat starts with from the sage perspective in the Gene Keys world. It starts in June, and there's an early bird discount until I think May 1st. But anyway, I highly recommend it. This will be my second time going through the retreat, and it's it's going to be life changing because we're all going to be experiencing where can we heal more of our core wounding so that we have even more heart space available to be even more love at a time when this world is asking for more love, please, more love, please. And can we start playing right now with when something aggravates us? And I get so upset, and this is me with returning non-love with love. But when somebody like complains about what's going on with certain people in our world and the government and who do things that they do that it's wrong, absolutely illegal or whatever, how do we love them? How can we send love instead of more ugly, hate-filled spewing We just don't need any more of that on the planet.
No, and I feel like I feel like it's an inner conflict within ourselves that we have to feel as though something has to be different than it is,
Yes. Oh, we've been talking about that, that urgency to fix.
right? And that I guess is where I'm coming from with detachment. Like, why do I think it has to be in a certain time? Or I think I know better. I only know what's true for me.
Well, that's the thing. You're working on your detachment. You can't control anybody else's process.
No.
Boy, do we think that was last week's key control. Boy, do we think that there is something we can do. I mean, I think we think we can influence. I mean, look at all the people on influencers on social media, right? That they have something that's going to sway people to buy a product or change their lives. And I'm like,
Oh my God. Can we just pull those fucking masks off? I'm
yeah,
sorry. I just,
yeah. Can we just be true?
can we just be us?
Which at the core is complete love,
Yeah.
loving.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just going to show you the mudra for this week's detachment to celebration.
Okay.
Um, and it's taking your ring finger and putting it into your palm and taking your thumb and wrapping it there very tightly. So you have three fingers up. And this is and I forget what he called the Indian word, Agni. It lights fire and warmth within our system. And for somebody who's a fire sign with a lot of fire, like 80% in my chart, this is what I like about this is a calm, connecting kind of fire. It's not destructive,
Not call.
not Kali Ma fire.
This is, yeah, this is it feels like a slow simmering
Yes.
fire.
It's kind of like what you need to cook your compost, right? That warmth.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
So
with,
so imagining that we can close our eyes and breathe into this and hold this mudra to bring more of that detachment to be able to get to a space of celebration of exactly what is.
mm,
Mm,
mm.
mm, mm.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you being here.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you too. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. May love lead the way for you,
Absolutely.
for all of us.